a second. There it goes.
We're the voices of experiencers, and we are the experiencers of extraterrestrials. Just what's out there in the abyss, in the darkness of the unknown. It's time for disclosure and it's time for truth, because what lies in the darkness brings powerful transformation. We're the bridge between two different worlds, with one foot in this reality and one in the next. The shift is here, along with profound integration. Just who are extraterrestrials and what are their plans? It's time to find out with the Voices of Contact.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
How's everybody doing today?
Hello.
Hey, good. How are you?
Good.
Nice to be
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to see all of you again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Long time no see.
And it's exciting because this is the first time we've actually ever done the Voices of Contact live, where we can talk to people while we're playing the
Yes.
clips and things.
So hi,
Yeah.
Liz.
I have to learn. I have to be very careful.
I've already promised to behave. So
Yep.
Well,
Right.
sometimes it's more fun when we don't behave.
Sylvia.
That's what I think anyway, but
Yeah, this will
Yeah.
be great. But we're still going to air on Friday night. Everybody's
Yep.
used to Friday night, so it'll be on YouTube again, and our regulars can hang out with us.
that's right.
Very cool.
So we're just gonna pick up and go. This regression, it's a woman that I've worked with probably for going on 3 years now. So we've gotten to a point where there's really no more experiences to go through. So we just tapped into the subconscious, and then we tapped into the galactics. So this first clip is where we're tapping into the subconscious to ask questions, and then the question that I ask is, who is the mother type being that she often connects with? So give me one moment to play that one.
hi everybody.
And she was the queen.
The queen of what?
The land.
What type of species is it?
Hmm.
What do you guys mean by she's queen of the land?
Where we're at.
How is this connected to?
She's the daughter. And has importance.
Does it have anything to do with her purpose?
A lot.
So, I'm just to give you a heads up. I tell you what, when I was talking to subconscious, it was completely like pulling teeth, and so not until the
I
moment
saw
we-
that.
it was the whole time. So finally, after we get through this one, I had to change the way I was asking questions. So it was just interesting, like tapping to the subconscious. They were not going to give me very much, but the mother type extraterrestrial will come out in the rest of it, and it'll explain exactly what that purpose is. Very interesting.
So you would ask her what what species or race we're talking about. They didn't even say, or did they? No. None of your
Who's
business.
the queen of the land? The client that you're regressing, or the one that speaks to her?
The one that speaks to her.
Thank you. I got a
Yeah.
little confused there for a
Mhm.
minute.
Yeah. And it's not the first time we've heard, through a regression, them talking about parent-like type extraterrestrials that help them through whatever. So there has to be some kind of connection as to, are they really parents, or are they like figurative, like for almost a higher soul purpose or something like that?
Gotcha.
So did she say that she was her dog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And that it has to do with her purpose.
Okay. So are we talking a hybrid maybe?
You know what? I can definitely confirm that she's a hybrid and probably so much more.
Right.
But yes,
Okay.
definitely.
I get that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know that when you do regression work and you're tapping in like that, that expands all timelines, right? That's why we're so able to do like past life regressions and things like that. So, we're not even sure what timeline this is, if that's her in the future with her mother, or in the past, or now. But I mean, it does make sense that someone like the person being regressed definitely has that connection. And obviously she does. I got goosebumps listening to it. It
And
just
you
kind of
can
makes
tell
sense.
too, like she's opening up more and more. So she's starting to get, I think the biggest point of it was she started to get so much more information. It's almost, there's so much coming in, so fast, it's hard to tell which is real and what isn't for her. So sometimes
Right.
it's just simply going through the process of trying to get validation from some kind of source other than yourself,
Sylvia has a good question there. So
I'm just going to put it up there.
if she's the queen, is she
Yeah.
the princess? Yeah.
Well,
In a sense, I would say yes.
is that
Yeah.
Yeah, in a human way of thinking, that would
right?
that would be the case. Palladian, I don't know. I would think so, though.
What, Pleiadian?
Mhm.
Well, they didn't want to reveal that unless they do it later.
Did I speak too soon?
Maybe I do end up getting a little tricky with my questions. We'll have to see.
Did
Right?
I-
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
Well, it's. I think I always enjoy doing regressions with a brand new person, only because you're always going to get something really exciting. But I also enjoy the people that I've worked with several times, because it's almost like you can cut through all the fine tape and just get to the heart of the matter and ask questions that are going to help them evolve and grow. And she is at that stage where she's ready to remember. So, before, always the regressions were when it's time. It's about divine timing, when the timing's right. And so she really needed that validation to know that the divine timing is here. Now the timing is right, so that she can open up and start to receive even more of the messages and understand the downloads that she's getting. So,
Right.
the time is right for her.
Yeah.
And
And that'll help her tremendously, and all of us. As
Well,
we get the information.
as readers and healers, just like Dana knows, every time we heal somebody or we're giving information, we're getting information for ourselves too. So as a collective, it does raise the vibration naturally, the more we do that kind of work.
Yeah.
And so like this, in the other regressions, we've always gotten to the point that part of her mission was when disclosure was finally here, part of her mission was going to be able to be one of the people that's able to tell the difference between a positive extraterrestrial and a negative one. Like that's part of her purpose. So I wanted to know the question, when the time comes and there is disclosure, how is she going to be able to even tell the difference? What is it about her that she's going to be able to use to tell which is good and which is bad? So give me just a moment for that one. Over subconscious, and can I speak to her galactics, please?
We're all here. Yes.
I have questions that I channeled from you guys earlier that you wanted me to ask. Is it okay if I still ask those questions?
Yes.
Thank you. When you guys want me to tell her to trust herself, what do you mean by that?
It's messages and her inner knowing. They're both going to be the same.
So it's more about like trusting her flow,
Yes.
how everything flows. When it comes time for her to have to be able to tell the difference between extraterrestrials and human, how is she going to be able to do that? How will she be able to tell?
See and feel.
So it'll be like an inner knowing. Will she be drawing people into her soul tribe that will help her with this?
Yes.
What are the next steps that she needs to take with it?
First question, when you ask, she goes, yes. She didn't want to come out and say it, but she did.
I don't know.
I'm over
Maybe
here
I'm
going,
changing my mind.
Right.
yeah.
Like, I guess it's okay.
Well, sometimes you get that though too. Sometimes, like even the subconscious, it doesn't want to answer, especially if it feels like it's protecting the person.
Right.
It is like pulling teeth.
Or protecting the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that before too. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, they're one and the same sometimes, right? Yeah. Person, information, yeah.
Right. And if the subconscious is communicating with something else and waiting for an answer, that could also hold things up. And that answer might be very brief because we know they're careful what they do share with us.
That is very true.
The subconscious has got a boss too, They got somebody that is probably listening to them now. So,
yeah.
But I want to know.
yeah, I know.
I don't
But
want to wait.
I think it's good that, she's basically saying, you asked, how will you know humans from the other beings? And it basically came down to seeing and feeling. So that's something that we all need to be aware of, is tapping in and reading energy and making yourself familiar with even knowing humans.
Yeah, other frequencies.
Yeah.
Did she say something about knowing who the good ones are versus maybe the not so good ones? Did she
Yeah,
say
because
something like that?
yeah, because in previous regressions, that came up that was part of her mission. So that's why I asked, when that time comes, is she supposed to be one of those people that helps guide other people to let them know which to trust and what not to trust, and how is she going to be able to tell the difference? And I think that's why it was so important that it was, but that we were saying, she has to trust herself. She has to learn how to trust herself, that it's one and the same. It's not just a guess or an intuition. The messages and downloads she's getting are one and the same in connection with her intuition. They're not separate. They're together. So I think they're trying to tell her it's time to really actually trust it. The more you trust, the more it's going to open up, because
Okay.
we are there to that point.
Mhm.
So
Interesting.
And don't you think that's a good message for all of us?
I do.
Yeah, our instincts as human beings are there for us,
Mm-hmm.
and they won't lead us astray. How many times have you read or heard people saying, don't second guess your answer on a test, because it's always the second answer is always the wrong one. Don't second guess, just feel it as it comes in. So, I mean, when she said that, it made sense to me, because it's like, yeah, feel it. You'll feel it. You'll know, trust it. And the more you trust it, the better it gets, just like Mary said, So it's like, that's good advice for everybody in all parts of life, really.
Exactly. Yeah. Because really, I mean, with all the technology and the advancements that we've made, we've gotten further away from our own intuition, from feeling what's out there.
It's there for you, and it will never lead you astray.
Right.
You just have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, especially if, I said this before on other shows, women feel from the womb, the gut feeling, and men feel from the heart. So women make better indicators of what's going on, because they can feel better. They can feel what's really happening. So, I mean, that's the truth.
I can spot lots of things from a mile away.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all of us here probably can. So
that's part of your intuitive abilities. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we've all had those abilities. We're all meant to be able to communicate telepathically or bend the spoons and do all sorts of these things. We've just forgotten it. And I think now we're at a time to start remembering it.
Well, yeah, we forgot it, and we're also have been forced to forget it too. And
well, we've been trained to believe, from a young age that that's nonsense. That doesn't apply here. Even though we all grew up, we were kids. How many little kids have conversations with invisible people? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, me too. So I mean, it's we're conditioned to forget.
Right.
That's the whole point.
On purpose, for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And it's our job to make people realize that and then remember.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
Yep.
You can only watch it for so long, people.
So I got a question for you guys now. When this full disclosure goes down, I mean, are we going to have bad and good aliens here?
So.
I think so.
Really? I mean,
and I think we're going to have a lot of nonsense out there from people we expect to have the truth from, and we're going to have to learn how to feel our way through that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what all comes into play.
I see a lot of conflict there,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have good without bad in any human beings or anything else.
Well, if you didn't have bad, you wouldn't recognize the good. You wouldn't recognize it for what it was.
Right.
That's true.
But that's universal law. You can't have one without the other.
What do they call that? The yin and the yang, or
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know if I'm saying that right, because I'm Not that smart.
Well,
Whatever.
I'm kind of banking on the Galactic Alliance to take care of that, hopefully, so it doesn't happen, but we'll see.
I count on no one. I'm just going to wait and see because that's all we can do
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
Wait kind of for them to,
Mhm.
and I hope it's soon.
Yeah.
So.
I've always had the feeling that good is going to outweigh the bad with everything.
Well, one would hope, but I'm just saying that there's two sides to a coin.
Mhm.
The mirror has two faces. All that sayings, you can't have one without the other. Because maybe there won't be enough good if you don't have the bad to compare it to. There has to be two to
Mhm.
balance things out. And I think good usually wins over evil at some point.
As a lot of people have awoken in the last years, I don't think that everybody is going to get there. They're going to do this without everybody on board. But once they see that there's nothing they can do, they have to come on board. But
I was always told, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, that there would be a new world, and the new world would be for everyone. But
Right.
not everyone would choose it because
That
we all
makes
have free will. And so,
yeah, that makes sense.
But no, to Deb number one up there in the corner, I think that we all hope good would win, and I'm sure it will. It eventually always does. Every storm runs out of rain. So even if the galactics come down and we've got other ones that are great, it'll get figured out in the end.
Yes,
Is that
it will.
positive coming out of me? That's pretty positive coming out of me.
yeah. Hold on, let me call Rick.
The horror.
Let me call Rick real quick.
Where's that bell signal on here?
What's
So this
happened? In my
this
head.
gal is one of many here to help us distinguish between different things,
Right.
good, bad,
Good,
human,
bad, yeah.
not human, whatever.
Right. It's interesting though.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
like how they're sitting on it yet. I'm like, get up.
Come on, Mary. Let's hear it. I want to hear the rest of the story, man.
All right. Oh, this next question I ask is what kind of messages they have for her. Because remember, I said I kept on trying to ask questions and they would not give me anything. So finally, I just said, okay, so what kind of messages do you guys have? And then they started talking. So give me 1 second.
Oh, nice. Nice.
What message do you guys have for
Celebration.
what will the celebration be for?
Everyone together.
Who's everyone?
Everybody that's right here, right now.
So it's all of our galactic families kind of merging?
Yes.
Is that the purpose of it all?
Yes.
Is that going to be a part of her purpose, is raising the vibration so people can merge with that energy?
And connect.
People, I didn't get the. I didn't think I heard the last part of her answer.
So that people can connect.
No. Okay.
Instead of
Personally, I love it.
being on different pages, everybody's kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be important because if we think about it, there's, just like that's what medium's for, right, Dana, is if most people, if they turn around and they see spirit there, they're going to freak out. But it's the medium's job to say, you know what, I see you and it's nothing to freak out about. So I think it's the same thing, just a different way. People are going to freak out. And so it's our job to hold space and say, no, wait a minute. It's not exactly what you think, and don't trust what you're being told, because that's what's going to be told is to fear it.
Yes.
So now I've told this story before, but it's important. So I'm going to tell it again. A long time ago, before I was even into extraterrestrials, I had a dream. And in this dream, I don't know why, but I was in the trailer watching TV, and the really hot guy from Criminal Minds, and Thor, they both walked in.
Oh, no, not Thor.
And they're standing in the door, and I said, why are you guys here? Because you're way too hot for me. And they said, all the hot people are aliens. We're going to come to Earth.
That explains things.
It is going to be your job to convince everybody we're safe. So, and then the very next day, I was watching Men in Black 3, and Will Smith was walking down the stairs, and the models passed him, and he turned around and said, I never knew all the hot people were aliens. And I'm like, there you go. So,
but did
I will always go back to that dream.
Well,
Eric Morgan, that's right, Alyssa. She knew what I was talking about.
That's hilarious.
Mr. McDream was the wrong show, but yes.
Oh my God.
All the hot people are aliens.
Yeah, Michael Carter and I, we talk about sports because we're guys, but we always point out who's the alien on the teams. And you can spot him for sure.
His butt's really nice. That's the best thing about uniforms, right? So the best butts are the aliens. Is that what we're saying?
Well, they said yeah, the Pleiadians are very beautiful people, and so
I've seen some. I've had unusual, extraordinary contact with some very beautiful, human-looking people.
Right. I can stand 10 toes down right here that David Bowie was one.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind that man is not from here, and not just because of that shtick. Oh no! David Bowie's ghost just knocked over their furniture.
Debbie got all the clamps here.
You got her excited over here. I'm sorry, honey. I'm not an alien.
Oh my.
Anyway,
well, I would beg to
thought
differ
that since I was a child when I saw it, and it wasn't because that was his shtick. Major Tom and all these outfits, and no, it's just there's something there.
You said ship, right? Ship.
Shtick.
Okay.
Like his gig.
Profanity.
Oh,
I was wondering what was going to happen. We're 26 minutes into it now. We're going crazy,
and we're trying to behave ourselves.
Oh yeah.
That's all right.
I forget to behave.
Yeah,
we have to behave.
Y'all don't know what happens on the recording. Right. We're doing really good.
And all the time that we've done this show, Mary has been able to edit some of the,
Yeah, we don't have an edit
crazy
button.
stuff out. We can't do that anymore.
Which is why you see me like this.
Well, the problem is, if we want to put it on YouTube, it's going to say no way. Anyway.
I'm behaving.
So, part of the point here is that when you bring up David Bowie, we've had them among us for years and years and years.
Oh,
and
no doubt.
I think a lot of people like you, Dana, have picked up on the fact that there's something very different here.
Mm-hmm.
I
can tell you 10 right now, but I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we all know people who we say they're not from here.
some of the people we've worked with, some of the people we hang with. There's something just a little sideways. It's not bad. It's just not on.
You can
Like
No.
me, I'm a big dopey human.
Right.
I've been in the Walmart before and walked past somebody and
yeah,
immediately knew they
Walmart's
are
good for
not from
spirits.
around here.
And weird stuff. Walmart, and I see people from different time periods. I'm like,
Walmart's really
what are you doing in
attractive.
Walmart? go do something else somewhere else.
Right.
Anyway,
But it's kind of proof that we can coexist, right? We can all share this planet or whatever space we happen to be in, and it's okay. I really, I just really, really think that there's many more good beings out there than there are bad. And for myself, I've never had this fear with other beings. I mean, I'm more afraid of walking in the woods and running into, a mountain lion or something.
oh, mountain lion.
Yeah. For some reason, we should be a little more afraid of Squatch, but we're not.
Nah.
We just walk out there trying to get them to come to us, and
They know if you're afraid. They know if you're afraid. They won't come to you if you are.
You've been
There was
here
a
longer
TV
than I have.
series. Sorry.
Huh?
There was a
What was
TV
that?
series on TV back in 1989, 1990, and it was called Alien Nation. And it was
Remember that?
two different species. Yeah, I mean, it was the alien species and the humans that had integrated in society and lived together. And I remember thinking how cool this was, because here was an alien family with a dad and a mom and a kid, but they looked alien. They were all bald, and they had like these beautiful leopard spots down their spines and their faces and whatnot. But people were acting like how racist people act today towards some of them, like they were acting that way. It was interesting to me to watch this, how the writers had made these, it was like aliens and people were living together. And I thought it was almost like trying to condition people even back then to the idea that maybe one day we'll be living with other life. Yeah. Other species of humanoid that aren't necessarily human, but I don't know. I just thought if you ever get a chance to Google it up, it's called Alien Nation, and I liked it. I thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
The main character,
I think like Mandy Patinkin played in it or something.
the main character, the alien, he was a cop.
Yeah, he was a cop, and he had a human cop, partner, and they did cop things together. But there was an alien and a human. It was kind of cool, actually.
And they got drunk on drinking milk.
They got drunk on drinking spoiled milk.
Spoiled milk, yes.
Anyway, I don't know why that just popped in my head. Sorry.
But like in pop culture, like I was been spitting out the last 2 minutes because I talk to interrupt people. I don't mean to. The Coneheads. I mean, it's all comedy. Coneheads, Mork and Mindy, but it still is integrating that thought in.
Subconsciously, it's conditioning you to be open to the thought.
My favorite Martian.
Well, Star Trek, and, the bar scenes in
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Thank you.
Sure.
And
I'm a mind reader.
So, all this has been conditioning us big time, and it started way back in the 50s. And
with some really bad UFO movies, I might add.
But you know what?
Science theater.
Some of them are pretty spot on. I watch them a lot, don't I? The old to see what's going on there. But believe it or not, I can see they're trying to tell us something. So,
well, I think
Maybe The Day the Earth Stood Still has a powerful message.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone, Soylent Green. Never mind. Let's talk more. Mary, play the tape.
Mary, shut us up.
Yeah, we'll just keep on if you
All right,
don't. You already know.
Are you ready for take 4 then?
Yeah.
So with this one, this is where I ask, how is she going to know with this mother type being that the doors are finally actually opening? Because if you remember, the mother type beings, they're giving her advice. So the question was, how is she going to actually know when the door actually opens for her? And the divine timing's here. So give me 1 second.
Son.
Diplomats?
Diplomats? Okay. That makes sense. And how will that mother type being play a role in that?
Or teaching?
So
Watching?
she's getting her information from that mother energy.
Yes.
When I hear earth, is that like a grid keeper?
Yes.
To me, what a grid
So now
keeper
it
is.
comes out.
Is that like the Matrix? And we're just all a hallucination or something?
Oh God, please don't do that to me today.
I'm sorry.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. No, a lot. My discovery, like with grid workers, it's all of what we're already doing is working with the Earth's energy and holding space, especially when times are now like where it's all chaotic, and we feel all this energy, and the people who can't handle it are the people who lose it. It's our job to hold and ground that energy into Earth's grid. So it makes sense to me now why the Palladian mother was called a queen. She's not really a queen. She is the overseer of the grid work. So she kind of is a queen, but not in like 3D terms. That's my take on it.
Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, I in the past shows I said that some of the Palladian people from the Palladian area, the women actually they run the show. You know, they're the politicians, they're the scientists, they make all the decisions, important decisions.
As it should be.
Well, I mean, the men love that. They just take their role, whatever their role is, But you say queen, I mean, in the Igetans, they're called, say that, the women they run the show. So they're all queens, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just saying, there's probably
Dana is the queen.
different societies out there that function different than we do.
Well, there's societies right here on this planet, different societies.
Right.
Got that right.
Groups of people that females are they're matriarchal societies.
Yep.
Right. And we're coming back into that globally or universally.
Oh, thank God.
The feminine energy is expanding and
Because the dudes ain't got it right. That's for sure.
well, and it's not always, men have feminine energy as well. Right?
That's who has mine.
I think it's like balancing of the male and female together,
Yeah.
That's what it's about, is realizing there's
Yeah, and that's true. I agree with that. I think it's been too much male energy, and now the female. It comes to a balance. That's the main thing. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
Balance is what it's all about.
Well, I think
If you hear this tick ticking, this is my Geiger counter in the
the
background.
way we
So
used to do things isn't going to work anymore. So that's why I did hear that.
Why do you have a Geiger counter?
oh, it has to. Somebody gave me one because I have that Madar unit in here to just make sure. It's been up a little bit the last few days, and I'm wondering if the solar activity hasn't had a little effect on it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's something going on the last few days for sure.
I saw the stars this morning for the first time in, I don't know, months.
Ooh, that was weird.
Why
Did
did
you
you
do that?
I don't know what it's doing for you guys, but it's doing all weird stuff for me. I'm just watching. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe I'm not supposed to, or we're not supposed to be
It's-
talking about something or another.
All of a sudden, I can't hear Mary. Or did you stop talking?
Can everybody hear us
me?
out there? Is anybody listening that can say we hear you?
I hope so. Yeah,
Can you
could
guys
be
hear me?
Mary's internet's delayed, or now we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. You can still hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. Still hear you, and you're not moving as slow now.
Thank you, Sylvia.
It could be.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you. Yeah, Mary's cutting
There
out.
was a little
Are you
delay.
at work or at home?
I'm at work. I don't know why. What's going
Okay.
on, to be honest.
Well, people are saying you're cutting out,
No.
so okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think
Not.
if your Madar has been going off, Dub, it makes sense to me. I don't know what's going on.
Something's
But
going on.
there's definitely something going on. The
I agree.
energy, the anxiety. I posted earlier. I'm just been going down this J-Rod rabbit hole.
What?
You know, this is not a
J-Rod.
new story. This is something that we've known about for a long time. But my
J-Rod?
is
Yeah, he was one of
Area
the.
51.
He was one of the
Oh, gotcha.
extraterrestrials that they.
Sounds like a
kinda captured.
basketball player. J-Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it stood for something I can't remember, but it was short for something. But that movie Paul, the funny alien thing, this
Mhm.
was kind of
Yeah.
based off. That was kind of based off that.
Okay.
People don't realize that. Yeah, he actually got off campus and they wanted him back.
Right. Yeah. So with all that going on, and then I hear your Madar's been acting up for a couple of days.
Yeah, and it hasn't been going off for months. I thought I broke it.
Till Dana said something about it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, did it go off when the 3-eye Atlas stuff was going on at all?
No.
When it was close? Okay.
Nope. As quiet as a church mouse.
All right.
Hmm.
Just curious minds want to know.
So maybe we're just like really, really at the brink of them being right here with us.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's coming. That's for sure.
I'm excited. The cloud covered the sun for a moment. Ooh, I'm blinded here.
Windows right there. Sun's going down, so we're facing west.
Yeah, that's why my face has been white. I'm really not an angel.
Oh, that's what I thought you were turning into. That was more fun.
Anyway,
All these years I was mistaken.
yeah, you were mistaken. The light's hiding the horns.
Yeah.
I'm balanced.
So are you guys ready for the last one?
Yes.
All right. So with this last one, I asked, what was the most vibrational way for her to be able to heal the earth grids? Because if that's what she's supposed to be doing, it's good to know how to get there. So I'll give you 1 second.
Yeah.
So how will she know this doorway when it's opening and she needs to follow it?
Starting now.
It's starting right now.
Mm.
Give me 1 second, you guys. Will be the most vibrational way that she can start working with the earth grids.
Connecting to the others.
Connecting to the other. So it has to be other earth grid workers. And these are the ones that are going to be coming with her.
Mhm.
All very interesting. So my very last question. The very first thing that you guys told me was you showed me a tree in a field, and you told me that this tree in this field is the gathering place of eternal knowledge. What can you tell me about that?
What a part of her life. The oak tree.
And is this a representation of like a place to gain knowledge too?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about it?
There's a tree she played around when she was a kid. It is gone now. A tornado took it away. But it's the same tree that we position ourselves.
Is that the key to unlock her divine timing?
Trusting gifts.
So going back to trusting herself and allowing it to flow, right?
When I heard her talking about tree, I immediately thought of the movie Avatar and that massive tree that was life, and all of the souls of every every creature, or whatever they're called, in that world that ever lived and then passed on, is all in the branches and the roots of this massive tree. It's like everything to these people, and it made me think of that.
That's pretty symbolic, the tree. I mean, in the oak tree is in Celtic, the Celtic beliefs, very sacred. And then the tree of life, and right, the tree of life. And then there's these symbols or carvings or paintings where these supposed extraterrestrials are both side by side of the tree of life, which represents actually maybe different star systems and everything else. So,
See, the fact that multiple cultures around the planet have utilized that symbol, the tree, and associated it with a life, to me, that's like a seed that, like my attitude is that every folklore and everything has a kernel of truth in it from somewhere deep, far in the past. So the fact that a lot of places around the world have this tells me that it came from somewhere. And maybe it was what this gal is connected to is where it came from, the very beginning here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If that makes
Legends
sense.
start somewhere. Legends do start somewhere. Stories start somewhere.
There's a kernel of truth in every bit of it.
Yes.
It's that old game where you start out with one thing and then somebody adds to the story as you go down it's the same thing with legends and fables and folklore and whatnot. It starts with the fact, but then as it gets passed down
we
a
need to
generation.
figure out who told the first people about that tree.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it's those folks she was probably talking to that
Agreed.
did that.
And we're the first people from here.
Maybe.
Well, you got the seed and it grows into this tree, and there's different trees and different seeds,
Well,
but they're all connected.
It's global, so everybody's tree might be a little bit different, but it's still coming from the same trunk to the
Right.
root.
And from the source.
And
is
it's
the-
split.
Right.
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 Some of those branches are rotten. No, I'm kidding. Some of them are good.
Here we go.
Dana's got a story. Don't listen to Dana.
I'm not gonna
But at the
write
end of
off.
the day, I think it all starts with the seed.
Yeah.
Who was the seed?
Exactly.
I think too that it represents all over the world when we do finally have that real disclosure and real contact. I don't think we're necessarily going to see it from the sky. We're going to see it at the high vibrational places. Things like the places like Stonehenge and the pyramids. I think that for me, when I hear about the tree, that's what it symbolizes to me, because a lot of the messages I get when that time comes, we're going to feel a rumbling from the ground and not see it from the sky. Don't trust the sky. So for me, I connect with paying attention to the land, because that's how we're going to connect with real extraterrestrials. That's why the grid work is so important, because it's not going to come from the skies.
Right.
That's just my take. I think that's more of a Palladian take, not necessarily a whole, several species, but when it comes to the Palladian species.
Mhm.
I think they can come up to a planet and just look at the grid and see where they're at, where the planet's at, the vibrations that are going on, and where they're not, and where they're at, and where they can be or should be or whatever. That's my opinion. So
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different theories out there, but I think what our person being regressed and the beings are trying to get across is be prepared, be alert. I don't personally feel it's going to be, oh my gosh, like this big bang, all of a sudden they're going to land on our planet and take over
get on TV.
and get on TV. My feelings are they're here. All dimensions are here. We just need to rise up enough
Well, we need to connect with that frequency
to connect with that frequency, to see the other dimensions, to, we are interacting with them. Many, 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 I mean, millions of people will tell you stories about their contact with other beings.
And that's disclosure to me.
That
we're
is
in disclosure. We have been for a while. It's individual. It's not going to be one big massive drop. It's individual process, and it's happening right now.
And you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention to it.
Yeah. We don't need government papers.
I don't need no government Congress to tell me this is real. I don't need them to validate me or my experiences.
Right.
No, you don't.
Because
no, you don't.
Millions of us know. It's not about belief. It's not about, oh, maybe this or maybe that. We know they exist.
But I do like the guys that are in Congress that know or telling Congress, hey, this is going on. I like that.
Yeah.
Now I think I really think Congress might not have a clue.
But there might be some people that have had experiences or have run into ET, whatever you want to say, that need to hear from somebody like Congress before they allow themselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
To it. So they do come in handy in some respect.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason that way.
It's all that's right. It's a good thing.
They need something more in the real.
Yeah.
To substantiate the unreal for them.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. And that's a good thing. And I think it's all good for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones that are standing up and actually saying something, I applaud them, even though, but still, it may not have to substantiate it for everybody out there, but there's probably a population that's terrified to even admit it's happened.
Right.
So
absolutely. And there's still people that say, oh, you people are crazy. Something wrong with you.
But you know what? The like 30 and under crowd is so much
They're different.
farther advanced than my age people are. They're
Agreed.
getting it. They're getting it, and they're getting it before that.
I was fortunate to grow up with my parents, who one was an experiencer. Actually, they both were polar sides of the fence, like belief-wise, any other way except for UAPs.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up accepting that there was stuff out there. But I'm 57. I'm an exception to my age group on that. Whereas, like my son, is like, whatever, of course.
Yeah, my granddad was like, "Yeah, they're cool. You got $5."
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they're exposed to more stuff.
Yeah, this is a little bit more not jaded necessarily, but they're like, well, yeah,
Well,
walks
we
like
did
a duck,
that.
Quacks like a duck, must be a
Yeah.
duck.
But we did that. We
That's
did
true.
that. Our
We did.
generation, my generation that spoke out and stood out and talked about it is what helped do that, not government.
Yeah, well, definitely.
Exactly.
You know why?
Right.
Because our
But
generation was supposed to. Our generation was supposed to.
Because
My
we're
dad-
grid workers.
I never even heard that term until today. So see, I don't know what's happening.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
that's pretty
along for
heavy.
the ride.
That's pretty
More
heavy duty
jobs.
Well, that was good, Mary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we have for tonight or today. Not tonight. I'm used to saying tonight, but it's
Yeah.
I'm
today.
used to lying to you.
That's all we have for today. All right. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We love you. Bye-bye.
Toodaloos. Where's how I get out?